What it does, wherever castor oil penetrates, it breaks up lumps, bumps, congestions, adhesions. It can even break up a bone spur.
If you've been dealing with hair loss, thinning, or just want to improve the overall health of your hair, castor oil might be something worth trying. Did you know that studies show nearly 50% of people will experience some form of hair loss by the time they're 50? It's a concern for many, but castor oil is packed with nutrients that can nourish your scalp and promote healthy hair growth. In this lecture, we'll dive into how castor oil works, why it's so effective, and how you can incorporate it into your hair care routine to see real results. But before we start, let's watch a testimony.
I think you can see how thick my hair is. My hair never used to feel that thick to me, but I think kind of the proof in the pudding is going to be my hairline area, because that's where I've been using the Jamaican black castor oil. Let's do a little comparison of my hairline, if I can even find it. Maybe this side's a little bit better. There you go. There is my hairline on this side. And I think if I can show the comparison, you'll be able to see that it has made a definite difference.
Now let's discuss the castor oil remedy to boost hair growth and improve scalp health.
But what can you do to the scalp to encourage the hair to grow again? You can make a mix that you can put on your hair. And this mix is, let's make up the mix. So half a cup of coconut oil and half a cup of castor oil. Castor oil is a very thick oil, but castor oil penetrates deeper than any other oil. So when that is put onto the scalp, it penetrates even deeper. Coconut oil is a very nourishing oil. It's an antifungal oil, antibacterial oil. But what you also can put with that, so now you've got a cup of oil there. To that cup of oil, you can add 10 drops of rosemary essential oil. Rosemary is a herb that's specific for the scalp. Rosemary essential oil. So you could make up this mix in a jar and mix it very, very well, and maybe once a week you massage it into the scalp. Your hair will be very oily, of course, but you massage it into the scalp. Just even the massaging into the scalp stimulates blood supply to the hair follicles. That castor oil penetrates very deep, and wherever it penetrates, it can revive life into that area. And the coconut also is a very nourishing oil, and the rosemary essential oil stimulates. Every herb stimulates different parts of the body, and this rosemary herb is specific for the scalp. The massaging, so leave it in as much as you can. Maybe you choose a Sunday when you may be going to be home all day, and at the end of the day you wash out. Now you might need to put shampoo on a couple of times to get all that oil out. Just use a little bit of hot water and then a nice amount of shampoo. And if it's still a little bit greasy, maybe shampoo it again.
Castor oil has been used for centuries in various cultures as a remedy for promoting hair growth and improving scalp health, and there's a lot of science behind its effectiveness. This oil is rich in ricinoleic acid, a unique fatty acid that makes up about 90% of castor oil. Ricinoleic acid is known for its anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. These characteristics are particularly useful for addressing scalp issues which can contribute to hair loss. When you apply castor oil to your scalp, it helps to increase blood circulation. This boost in circulation provides hair follicles with more oxygen and essential nutrients, which can encourage them to become more active. Active hair follicles are crucial for promoting hair growth, and this stimulation can result in thicker and faster growing hair. The penetration power of castor oil is another reason for its effectiveness. It deeply penetrates the scalp, creating a more conducive environment for hair growth. The ricinoleic acid helps balance the pH of the scalp, which is important because an imbalance can lead to problems like dandruff and hair thinning. By restoring the scalp's natural balance, castor oil helps to reduce inflammation and prevent issues that might inhibit hair growth. Another major benefit of castor oil is its ability to moisturize. As a humectant, it attracts moisture to the hair and helps keep it hydrated. This is particularly beneficial for people with dry or brittle hair. Dryness can lead to hair breakage and split ends, so keeping the hair moisturized is essential for maintaining its strength and flexibility. Castor oil not only keeps the scalp hydrated, but also forms a protective layer over the hair, shielding it from environmental damage such as sun exposure and pollution. This protection is especially helpful for those with curly or coarse hair, which is more prone to dryness. The antimicrobial properties of castor oil are another significant advantage. These properties help combat bacterial and fungal infections that can affect the scalp. Such infections can clog hair follicles and lead to hair loss. So keeping the scalp clean and free from infections is crucial for maintaining hair health. Castor oil's antibacterial and antifungal effects help prevent scalp conditions like dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis, which can otherwise cause hair thinning or loss. In addition to its moisturizing and antimicrobial benefits, castor oil also strengthens the hair shaft. The fatty acids and vitamin E in the oil help repair damage and enhance the hair's resilience. Regular use of castor oil can lead to hair that is not only thicker but also shinier and stronger. This strengthening effect is vital because damaged hair is more susceptible to breakage and split ends. While many people swear by castor oil for hair growth, scientific research provides some support for these claims. Studies have shown that ricinoleic acid, the primary component of castor oil, has anti-inflammatory effects that could positively impact hair growth. Now, before I reveal some unique ways to use castor oil, let's watch another testimony.
I have actually done a little experiment within the past 30 days. I've tried to use castor oil every day, but on the days when I haven't used it before I shower, I have tried to see how my hair looks after not using castor oil before a shower and then after using castor oil before a shower. I have found that when I do use castor oil, my hair comes out looking like this. As I said, I air dried it and it just looks really healthy and smooth and silky. The days that I don't use castor oil, my hair looks a lot drier. Obviously, it's in the middle of winter, so the air is dry, but I feel like the castor oil just makes a big difference. So basically, in sum, using castor oil will not only make your hair look beautiful, rejuvenated, and just really silky and smooth, but it will also help to expedite the hair growth process. It helps your hair grow like a lot.
Using castor oil for hair can be really simple, but there are a few different ways you can apply it to get the most out of its benefits. The key is to find a method that works best for you and your routine, especially since castor oil can be quite thick and sticky. One of the most common ways people use castor oil is by applying it directly to the scalp. Warm the oil a little so it's easier to handle. When you massage it into your scalp, not only are you letting the oil do its job, but the massaging itself helps stimulate blood flow to your hair follicles. This combo of increased circulation and the penetration of castor oil into the scalp can really help if you're looking to encourage hair growth. Because castor oil is so thick, some people prefer to dilute it with another oil, like coconut oil or even olive oil, to make it easier to spread and less intense. Plus, coconut oil has its own great benefits, like being antibacterial and antifungal, so you're getting a double hit of goodness for your scalp. You can mix equal parts of both oils and apply the mixture once or twice a week, leaving it in for at least 30 minutes. For deeper conditioning, you can leave it on overnight and wash it out in the morning. Just be prepared to do a thorough shampoo rinse to get all the oil out, especially if you've left it in for a long time. If you're someone who tends to get dry hair or scalp issues like dandruff, this can be really helpful. The oil keeps your scalp hydrated and helps prevent flakiness while also sealing moisture into the hair itself. Here is another great way to apply castor oil.
You're gonna apply this overnight treatment on dirty hair. First thing you're gonna do is to detangle that beautiful hair that you have and then divide it in two sections like this. For this application, we're not gonna be using our fingers to apply the castor oil. Instead, we're gonna use a wide tooth comb for the application. No worries, I'm gonna show you how to do this right now. Now that you have your castor oil mix, scoop with a spoon some of the castor oil mix and carefully pour some of the oil right on the ends of the wide tooth comb, like this.
Nice.
You're gonna start applying the castor oil on your scalp first. So now that your comb has some oil on the ends, slowly move it towards your scalp. Don't tilt it, just keep it straight until you reach the top of your head, and now tilt it to gently drop the oil on your scalp and roots. Yes, exactly like that. Next thing you do is to continue doing the same application in small sections until you cover your entire scalp.
But it feels so soft.
Nice.
As you can see, every time I put some castor oil on the scalp, I make sure to gently brush my hair a little bit so that I can drag the oil sitting on the roots to the rest of my hair. The most important thing to keep in mind whether you use a comb or your fingers is not to soak your hair with castor oil, guys, because too much castor oil on your hair could potentially clog the hair follicles, causing some hair fall, or the horrible thing of not being able to wash it off your hair. This is why applying castor oil in this way ensures that the oil gets distributed evenly on your hair and scalp, as well as it helps you to control the amount of castor oil you put on your hair so you don't overdo it.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, as you can see, hair is good to go. And before you wrap your hair, I will recommend you to do a 5-minute scalp massage to increase tons of blood circulation so the castor oil components such as omega-6 and fatty acids can penetrate deeper into your hair and scalp.
What's next?
Another great way to use castor oil is as a pre-shampoo treatment. If you're someone who uses heat tools a lot or tends to be in the sun often, your hair might get a bit damaged. A castor oil treatment can help protect your hair from the harshness of shampoo and environmental damage. You just apply a small amount to your hair from roots to tips before you hop in the shower. Let it sit for about 20 minutes, then wash your hair as usual. The castor oil acts as a barrier, so when you shampoo, your hair isn't stripped of all its natural oils, and it ends up feeling softer and more moisturized. Now, before sharing more ways to use castor oil for hair loss, here are some herbal remedies for hair growth.
The slippery elm can also be used on the scalp. And to use it on the scalp, now the herb that is a specific for all scalp issues, so we might look at scalp for a moment. For all scalp issues is rosemary. And this is rosemary essential oil. The essential oils are expensive, but please remember that it takes about a whole bucket of the herb to get almost 1 drop of the oil, so no wonder they're expensive. But it's important to remember that, realising that they're also very, very strong. So your scalp herb is your rosemary. Does it have to be an essential oil? You can make a tea with that, but of course it won't be as strong. But then again, you could bring it to the boil and slowly simmer a lot of rosemary in a little water, and you can certainly make it a lot stronger. So anything to do with the head, you would use rosemary essential oil. So with the scalp, we've got a few issues there, and one can be head lice. So with head lice, you can paint the scalp with slippery elm. You put water with it to make it like a soft gel, but with head lice, so we're looking at slippery elm, we'll make these are all the things you can do with slippery elm when we're looking at the scalp. So with slippery elm, if you're going to use it for head lice, you've got to put something in there that's incredibly strong. So you can use thyme oil. So thyme essential oil is very, very strong, and the head lice hate it. So what you can do is you could make, let's say for this you would do half a cup of slippery elm, and in that half a cup you might put 1.5 cups of water. So in that mix you might put probably 6 drops of thyme essential oil, and that's very, very strong, but you've got about 1.5 cups of gel. And how would you paint the scalp? What you do is and before I was a psychiatric nurse, I was a hairdresser. So when we used to dye hair, we'd divide the head into sections, and then we'd put the comb in and paint one bit, and then paint another bit, and then paint another bit. So you get the gist, so that the whole head is covered with this mixture that can kill head lice. And then you would keep that all wrapped up. You could put a shower cap on or plastic bag round and tie it in a knot. You would want to keep it there for about 4 hours.
Now, coming back to castor oil, if you're dealing with split ends, you can also use castor oil as a targeted treatment. Take a small amount of oil, rub it between your hands to warm it up, and gently apply it to the ends of your hair. You don't need to use a lot, just enough to coat the ends. This can help strengthen them and prevent further breakage. If you're consistent with it, you'll notice your hair feels less brittle over time, and it'll help reduce the appearance of split ends. For people who prefer a less oily method, castor oil can also be added to your favourite conditioner or hair mask. Just mix a few drops of the oil into your conditioner, apply it during your regular shower routine, and leave it in for a few extra minutes before rinsing. This way, you're still getting the benefits of the oil without the need for an extended treatment session. It's a really easy way to incorporate castor oil into your routine if you're someone who doesn't have the time to do a full-on oil treatment but still wants the benefits. Consistency is key when using castor oil for hair. You're not going to see results after just 1 or 2 applications, but if you stick with it over the long run, your scalp will be healthier and you may notice thicker, stronger hair. Plus, because castor oil has antimicrobial properties, it helps keep your scalp clean and free from infections, which is essential if you're looking to promote healthy hair growth. Some people even add essential oils like rosemary or peppermint to their castor oil treatments, which can boost its effectiveness by stimulating the scalp even more. In the end, the best way to use castor oil is whatever works best for your hair type and routine. Whether you're using it as a deep treatment, a split end remedy, or mixed with other oils, it's a versatile addition to any hair care regimen that can make a noticeable difference with regular use. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this information about castor oil and its benefits for hair loss has been helpful. Whether you're dealing with thinning hair or just want to boost your hair's health, incorporating castor oil could make a difference. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and be sure to subscribe for more natural health tips and remedies. Feel free to leave any questions or share your experiences with castor oil in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Take care of your hair, and I'll see you in the next video.